Trudeau moved to undisclosed location as trucker protest descends on Ottawa.
Here's a summary of the article.
Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau greets supporters with a thumbs up as he celebrates his election victory in September 2021. Trudeau and his family have been moved to an undisclosed location as thousands of truckers protesting COVID-19 restrictions descended on Ottawa on Saturday. File photo by Eric Bolte, EPAFA. January 29 – Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau and his family were moved to an undisclosed location as thousands of truckers protesting COVID-19 restrictions descended on Ottawa on Saturday. Trudeau and his family were moved from Rideau Cottage, about 2.5 miles from the epicenter of the unpermitted protest, after multiple convoys of truckers arrived in the Canadian capital, the CBC reported. Trudeau has tried to dismiss the protests as «fringe» and that they do not reflect the feeling of average Canadians. The original Freedom Convoy protest started in British Columbia, but other convoys were expected to arrive from the east of Ottawa. 3 of the 5 bridges into the city were closed as protesters started to flood Parliament Hill and traffic had slowed across the region because of the protest.
This post received a score of 30,000, with an upvote ratio of 89%. Here are the top comments in response to this article.
They only have one road, so it shouldn't be hard to figure out which way they are coming from. I mean, Parliament is closed every Saturday since forever, but okay.
It's like when people protest directly in front of the US Capitol on Saturdays. All you're doing is disrupting some underpaid legislative aide's train of thought with your silly chants while they work unpaid overtime on something the senator will just disregard anyway. Better to go somewhere else on the mall with more space.
I work at a state capitol. They do the same here. They just don't know no one is inside. A representative even had chance going for the governor to come out and confront the people knowing full well he wasn't there.
What a coward. He didn't even come out of the building. He wasn't in to talk to the people. He couldn't hear shouting because he was away in Napa for the weekend.
He was actually in the crowd. The mob don't know he is, or what he looks like, but they have a very specific lack of skills. He probably even came up with the chant to see how far he could push it.
Literally because of right-wing hate radio. Truckers gobble that garbage up all day long. Straight up the reason why this is happening and nobody wants to say it.
I thought for sure BJ Decade Hair was a fake name, but there he is.
Dicked her? I hardly know her.
Still got it.
For all the people saying 50k truckers are in Ottawa trucker convoy protest 2 hours ago. Very similarly angle, on a typical Canada Day pre-COVID, about 60k people.
I was picturing 50k diesel rigs for some reason.
Same here. I imagined semis blocking highways for miles or something.
That's the deal with this Trump, Putin style of misinformation 1. Drum up outrage 2. Deceptively edit the coverage 3. Blast it on social media via botnets and paid posters 4. Influence just enough voters to get their authoritarian candidates into power 5. Once in power, change the laws so they can't lose elections. Anyone wondering how Hitler came into power? The basic same thing is going on in multiple countries in the world, right now.
He used to tell me about how it all started with government indoctrination, and how grateful he was for the internet because it would stop that from ever happening again. He told me about how happy he was the internet would stop government propaganda, and that people would see differently now because they had access to different information. He thought the internet would stop an authoritarian government from indoctrinating its population to believe hateful things, but he sees now that it hasn't changed a thing. He was so sad. Anyways, just letting you know you're not way off base.
This video was automatically created by Reddit to speech. The article and comments in this video were selected from Reddit according to their upvotes, and any paraphrasing was performed by smmry.com, without any human intervention.